Yes.
So, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Okay, thank you for joining us. I'm not sure how many viewers are available today, but we are hoping that we can get as many viewers as we can throughout this session. I am Dr. Hazwani, the current head of program. And together with me today, we also have Dr. Nurul Isa Zulkifli, okay, and Dr. Siti Razila Abdul Razak. And I am going to explain about briefly about the overview about this program. Okay, so the code for this program is TMR, Master of Science in Medical Research. So this is the theme of TMR. Basically, our program is under oncological and radiological sciences cluster. Okay, so this is the head of our cluster, Dr. Rafida Zainul, and then followed by the head of program and head of module. For head of module, TMR 501, Genomics and Medicine, it is under Associate Professor Dr. Shahrul Bariah. And then TMR 502, Techniques and Pathology, under me, myself. TMR 503, Proteomics and Medicine, under Dr. Nurul Isa Zulkifli. TMR 504, Professional and Research Skill, Dr. Rafida Zainul. TMR 505, Clinical Research, Dr. Mastura. TMR 506, Laboratory Management, Dr. Zahri. And TMR 508, Therapeutic Products and Practices, under Dr. Siti Razila Abdul Razak. And definitely the management of this program is strongly supported and assisted by our academic department. Okay? So this is what TMR is all about. It is this program is considered a unique program because it integrates between life science and medical field. So for the life science, it is covered under the genomic module, and then proteomic, therapeutic products and practices, and techniques and technology. Okay. So while for the medical field, it is covered under the clinical research, okay, whereby the candidates are basically exposed with basic clinical research, techniques and practices in medical, dental, and surgical. Okay. Professional and research skills, this module was specifically designed to train the candidate to be a good researcher, starting from how to write a research proposal and how to apply research grant. Okay. And besides, the candidates also will learn about multimedia skills, communication skills, biostatistic, and then scientific and academic writing. Okay. For laboratory management, for this module, the candidate basically will be exposed with issues related with management of a clinical medical laboratory. Okay. So that apart from taking all these modules, they have to do a research as well. So that the integration basically is highly desirable for the development of medical science through clinical research. And all the content and learning exposure will basically encourage the candidates to be more creative and innovative in research. And this program also aims to equip the candidates with a solid basic biomedical sciences, okay, so that it is considered as an appropriate platform for those in preparation for doctoral degree. And we do have lots of graduates, yang buat Master of Science in Medical Research and then pursue until PhD. Okay. So this is the program structure of TMR. Okay, it is a 1-year full-time Master of Science degree, 2+1 semester. 2+1 ni is because of 2 semester and then 1 short semester. It is also called as KSCP, khusus semasa cuti panjang or long vacation. It is a mixed mode program. Okay, why it is mixed mode? Because 50% is basically taught courses, another 50% adalah research dissertation. In terms of unit, the total unit is 40, formal thought courses, 20 units, and research dissertation, another 20 units, right? So this is the timeline. Okay, so imagine yourself like Suguna, probably plan, to enroll into our program. So semester 1 will start in October 2020, specifically 12 October 2020. So you have to take all these modules: genomics and medicine, techniques and pathology, proteomics and medicine, professional and research skills, as well as research. Okay, so after semester 1, there will be a short semester break, and then semester 2, which will start in March 2021. So you have to take these modules: clinical research, laboratory management, therapeutics products and practices, and research. Okay. So usually in semester 2, the student will be intensively involved with all the lab works, trying to finish up and complete everything in semester 2. For research component, under the semester 1, usually the candidate will have to just present the research proposal, and then, having some discussion, with your supervisor. Okay. So after semester 2 complete, there will be KSCP. So this is the short semester that I mentioned just now, which will be usually in September 2021 until October 2021. So there is the time whereby the candidate have to submit their final dissertation. And this time also allocated for those who have to repeat the exams. Okay, but hopefully you know lah. For your information, so all these modules, okay, are basically compulsory or core subjects. They are not elective. Okay, so meaning that you have to take all these modules in order to graduate. Okay. So this is the learning method. Okay, this program involves various kinds of teaching and learning activities, like practical, lecture that can be conventional or e-learn. So here we are using e-learn platform for the online. And then presentation, seminar, visit, right? So these are basically the examples, of some of the activities carried out in the past. For the facilities, we managed to, snap some pictures from in our oncology laboratory. So in our lab, it can be subdivided into a few labs, okay, genomic labs, proteomic labs, and analytical chemistry labs. Okay, so we have cell culture lab as well. This is a separate lab, okay, whereby you can, do all the cell culture works over there. And then this is animal research complex. Our lab is basically placed in animal research complex. Okay, so this is the other facilities available. Okay, so the upper one is basically at the lobby area, right? And this is the student lounge. Okay. So these are the common, favorite asked questions by the potential candidates. Okay, why TMR? So it offers solid foundation in biomedical field by just 1 year mixed mode program. So it can really save your time, and then it is very packed and concise. And then this program is committed to lifelong learning through participation in presentation, seminar, and research project, engage in hands-on laboratory practical sessions and mentored research, trained by experts in medical and science-related fields. Okay, what would be the career path? So the graduates soon can be research or biomedical scientists in academia, research institutes or industries, healthcare scientists in hospitals, sales consultant or application specialists in basic and molecular biology-related companies. Okay. The admission requirement: Bachelor of Science in related fields or MBBS or medical degree or equivalent degree from recognized institution. So this is another FAQ. We often receive email from the potential candidate asking about how to register. Okay, so I basically pick some important informations for the guidelines. Okay, This user guide, you can obtain all this under the website of IPS, Institute of Postgraduate Studies, University of Science Malaysia. Okay, so what you have to do, first you have to go to this website, okay, onlineips.usm.my/admission. And please make sure you already prepare, all of the required documents. Like for this one, you need to have your scroll or first degree and master degree. But for this one, definitely your first degree. Transcript of academic, passport for international student, for Malaysian citizen, IC. IELTS, TOEFL, other English result if required. This is for international student. Research proposal it is not required because this is not a research mode. This is a mixed mode program. Okay. And then you just have to click here, okay, to register, and then you just have to fill up all information according to the format. Okay. Fill up the below information. Do not leave blank on any part. Okay. Nationality status, religion, date of birth, okay, country of birth, disability, correspondence address, and then you have to upload the passport or IC. Okay. For the this section for program applied, there are many more steps. Okay, so I just skip all those things because it's very straightforward. But for this one, what you have to do, you can just ignore the first part because this is for the research mode program. So you can simply go to the second one, which is for the coursework or mixed or online mode. Okay. So this one, type of candidature full-time, program mode is supposed to be mixed mode, program applied, master, school, AMDI. Okay, so this program is under Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, okay, or Institute Perubatan dan Pendidikan Termaju. The degree, so our code is TMR, Master of Science in Medical Research. Okay. So your application will be processed within 1 week. So should the button status still in blue after 1 week, so you have to notify admission_IPS@usm.my. So if you have any, apart from this, I forgot. We also often receive feedback from the potential candidate asking about the hostel accommodation as well. So unfortunately, we do not provide hostel over here, but you're going to get, great support from the academic department, whereby we do have a list of rented houses, that can be your options. Okay. And then another questions that usually asked is about the tuition fee. So the cost for the whole program is 13,600. So if you have any other questions, feel free to contact us. You can contact me directly, you can email me directly at nurhazwani@usm.my. And you can go to our website as well, AMDI website, to get more information about the program. You can go to our Facebook as well. Okay, please like and share. And this is basically the the website that you can go for the registration. Okay. So basically, I already highlighted the overview about this program and mainly about the formal taught courses. So my next, the next presentation will be given by Dr. Siti Razila that will, highlight more on the research content. Okay. So thank you so much. If you have any question, boleh tanya je terus. Okay, Kak Suguna?
Okay.
Alright.
Suguna ada soalan ke so far? Do you have any questions, Suguna?
No, Ma, I have only one question.
It's also here, Nazari. Hi.
From diploma in nursing, can we proceed to this research program?
Research program, you mean 100% research mode?
No, is there any qualification to proceed for this faculty program?
Oh, have you touched about Dr. Hazwani on the what do you call qualification?
Admission requirement, you need to have a Bachelor of Science in related field. any bidang lah yang berkaitan dengan science, medical, related fields. So that kena ada Bachelor of Science lah syarat. But for your background, I don't think there's a problem lah sebabnya you memang ada degree dalam nursing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from nursing background, I don't think it shouldn't be any problem. Sepatutnya tak ada masalah lah Suguna.
Okay.
Tapi bear in mind, our top courses we're going to cover from genomic, pathology, antiproteomic and so on. Okay, so you have to, what do you call, I'm not sure, during your nursing courses, do you attend any lectures on genomic or proteomics?
No.
Something on molecular biology? Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. But never mind. Most of our taught courses, we are going to give, if not introduction, probably not too much, not too detailed, okay? Because most of our students come from different background. Okay, some students are from a medical degree background. Okay, so we basically cater our taught courses, our lecture notes and everything depending on the student itself. Okay, so don't have to worry so much. Okay, but if you want to know more in detail about the topics that we cover in our courses, okay, you can ask Dr. Nohazwani directly. She may assist you further.
Okay, thank you.
Nazari. Nanti kita rasa kenal tu ke?
Ya, doktor.
Okay.
Nanti you can share. You nak share any of your thought about this program? Boleh terus share live.
Tak apa, doktor teruskan dulu.
Kejap lagi ya. Untuk orang lain
Tengoklah.
yang mana tak ni, Nazari ni sebenarnya our current TMR students. So dia tengah tunggu masa untuk Viva dan tengah preparing himself for PhD ya.
Maybe doktor.
Maybe insyaAllah.
Hmm.
Alright. Seguna ada soalan lagi tak untuk Dr. Hazwani?
No.
Ada. Ini live privilege ni special. Seorang je.
Okay.
Boleh tanya apa-apa soalan yang nak tanya. Okay, so sementara Seguna tengah fikir soalan apa nak tanya, saya akan share konten saya. Okay. Alright. So first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Okay, my name is Dr. Siti Razila. Okay, so for today's, I am going to share or give some sort of idea for you. Okay, if let's say you want to join us in this program. Okay, so basically, as Dr. Hazwani mentioned just now, this mixed mode program is a mixed mode program. So you have 20 credit unit taught courses. Okay, you have to sit for, you have to attend all classes and then sit for the examination, pass all the taught courses subject. Okay, and on top of that, 20 credit unit, the other 20 credit unit come from TMR 507, okay, which is research. Okay, so basically, in this slide, I am going to share with you our research opportunities in IPPT, in Advanced Medical and Dental Institute University Science Malaysia. Okay, what can we offer to you through this Master of Science Medical Research Mixed Mode program? Okay, so basically, in general, as you can appreciate in this figure, we have 6 different clusters or 6 different divisions. Okay, from craniofacial and biomaterial sciences, infectomics, integrative medicine, lifestyle sciences, regenerative medicine, as well as oncological and radiological sciences. This TMR Master of Science Medical Research Program is managed by the Oncological and Radiological Sciences cluster. So the number of researchers over here, this is the indicate the number of lecturers or academicians in each of the cluster. So in ORS cluster, we have 26 researchers. And we basically cover, as listed over here, not limited to cancer cell biology area, biochemistry, microbiology, nanomedicine, bioinformatics, regenerative medicine, chemical analysis. Okay, this is just some of the area of interest or example of research area in IPPT. Okay, so you have chances to choose whatever area, whichever area that you are interested. So basically, I've shown over here, this is a group 1 of academicians, which involve or list of academicians that teach Master of Science, who teach Master of Science Medical Research program. So basically, this is the medical lecturers. Okay, so you can see the list of specialists over here. So you will get a chance to meet them personally during lecture. We have chemical pathology specialists. We also have public health specialists, radiologists, okay, from general surgery until ENT surgery, yeah, ENT specialists. We also have family medicine specialists, orthodontic specialists. Okay, so the list of lecturers over here, these are the ones that you are going to meet if you enroll in this MSc Medical Research Program. Okay, so they are going to teach you personally during our lecture. Okay, so on top of that, if let's say you are interested, your research area, your interest is on the, for example, cancer of something like breast cancer. Okay, if you want to get samples, you can work together with our general surgery or general surgeon, Dr. Fitrina. Okay, so if your interest is more on epidemiology, you can work together with Dr. Rahayu. Okay, so basically these are the chances that you have. Okay, and on top of that, we also have a list of researcher or academician from basic sciences area. Okay, basic sciences, clinical and medical sciences area. So we have Associate Professor Dr. Shahrul Baria, okay, chemical pathologist, Associate Professor Dr. Zainuddin, microbiologist. We also have Dr. Lim, Wang Hao, okay, myself, Dr. Nurulisa, Dr. Zahri, who is expert in medical physics, as well as Dr. Rafidah Zainul. We also have Dr. Hazrina, who is an expert in bioinformatics and computational biology. Okay, not limited to that, we also have a list of lecturers over here who directly involved to teach Master of Science Medical Research. So if let's say your interest is on bioinformatics, you can approach Dr. Hazrina or Dr. Hasni in this case to discuss about your research potential. Okay, so if your interest is on immunology, okay, you can work with Dr. Ida Shazrina. Okay, she is an expert in molecular biology as well as in immunology. Okay, so good thing about working in or involved or enroll in this MSc Medical Research Program is that you'll be able to choose the project yourself. Okay, so in IPPT, under one umbrella, we have researchers from different backgrounds. Okay, so that's one extra advantages. You'll be able to meet and mix with expert from different research area. Okay, so all right, so I'm sharing over here. This is example of past year research project. Okay, the research project that was conducted earlier by our alumni. So far, cancer cell biology, analytical chemistry projects, related projects. We have Dr. Cheng, who is our pathologist. He has assisted or supervised a student and provide project titled Assessment of Proliferation Rate in Breast Cancer by K167 Labeling Index. Okay, so this is one example of the project that was conducted earlier. Okay, we also have a molecular biologist, Dr. Emmanuel. Okay, he had supervised students to study the effect of SKP2 downregulation on FOXO and c-MYC gene expression. We also have Dr. Nozlina. Okay, she supervised students to look at the effect of this plant, Moringa oleifera leaf extract, on human Jurkat cell. which is myeloid lymphoma cell line. Okay. So on top of that, we also have Associate Professor Dr. Shahrul Baria, who studied non-communicable diseases to look at the heart disease biomarker in diabetic patients. Okay, we also have Dr. Amir Yunus, molecular biologist and also expert in virology. Okay, he supervised student. Okay, and the title of his project was Effect of CRISPR mediated tag knockdown on HIV-1 provirus gene expression. So we also have Dr. Nadira, okay, to look at the anti-cancer agent and beta cyclodextrin. So basically, this is the example of research project. Okay, and in this page, this is the recent one, 2017-2018, okay, last 2 years. We have Dr. Nurulisa Zulkifli. Okay, she is an expert molecular biologist and also focus on the computational biology analysis. And her student research project title Bioinformatics Screening of Differentially Expressed Gene in Liver Cancer for Identification of Potential Biomarker. Okay, I myself, my student work on the analysis of the effect of microRNA 130A suppression on A549 cell line. Okay, Dr. Shahrul Baria, the effect of C. Newton on drug-resistant cell proliferation and migration. So this is the example of a research project in cancer cell biology. Okay, bear in mind that we have different area of research as well, okay, not limited to cancer biology. So it's just that this batch of students, they are interested to work on cancer cells, so they have privilege to choose the project themselves. Okay, so on top of that, we also have Dr. Rabiato. She supervised student and did a systematic review and meta-analysis. Okay, Dr. Doblin, microbiologist. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are not limited to cancer cell biology only. Okay, so this is one of the project on microbiology. So Dr. Doblin supervised Muzammil. Okay, so you will be able to see Muzammil in the next video. Okay, he is going to share with us some of his experience with this by enrolling in this Master of Science Medical Research program. So basically, Muzammil came to me and said that he want to focus on a project related to microbiology. So I assist him, personally assist him to find his potential supervisor and ask Dr. Doblin to supervise. And Dr. Doblin at that time, Associate Professor Dr. Doblin at that time agreed to supervise him. And this was a title that was given to Muzammil, and he was very happy and managed to produce not just dissertation but also publish a paper on this particular project. Okay, so again, that our focus is not just on cancer cell biology. Okay, so if you come from nursing background and you want to do something on the what they call survey or something, epidemiological study, okay, you can come to us and we'll try to match you with your potential supervisor. Okay, so it's very flexible because, as I mentioned earlier, we have different background. Okay, we have a researcher coming from different background, different research area, so you'll be able to cater your research interest with whatever research projects that are available. Okay, so don't be afraid, jangan takut. Yang paling penting datang berjumpa dan kita boleh discuss. Okay, so kita tak kata semua student datang mesti kena buat projek ni, mesti kena buat projek tu. No. Okay, we open it to anyone. You can come and discuss with us. Okay. So these are basically some of the research opportunities that are available this coming semester. Okay, so these projects are available. Okay, if you are interested with any of this project, you can approach the supervisor personally. Okay, all right. But again, it is not limited to the one I shared earlier in this slide. Okay, So first project, my own project. So if you're interested to be supervised by me, okay, Dr. Siti Razila, my expertise is on molecular biology. You can email me at sitirazila@usm.my. We can discuss further. Okay, so basically the project I am going to propose is identification of differentially regulated genes associated with colorectal cancer. So the objective is to identify novel biomarker for diagnosis and prognosis of colorectal cancer, and then to investigate molecular interactions of the identified genes using computational analysis. So the skills that will be acquired after or at the end of the research study is computational biology analysis, microarray data analysis, cell culture technique, as well as real-time PCR analysis. So if you are interested to learn about all these skills, okay, you may consider my project and be supervised under my supervision. All right. So, okay. And another area, I would like to take this opportunity to also introduce the my research interest. Okay, the other area is on micro Rnd analysis in human. So I'm going to share this what do you call a teaser video of micro Rnd analysis. Okay, so if let's say you interested to know more about micro Rnd analysis, you can approach me individual personally so that we can discuss and come up with a research proposal as well. Okay, so enjoy this short video.
Audio. You have to set it.
Oh, tak dengar ya? Sorry. Okay tak?
Still cannot hear. Dia punya bunyi.
Tak dengar.
Tadi kita adjust dekat PowerPoint.
Ini boleh tak?
Still tak dengar.
Saya tak dengar. Okey, tak apa. Kalau tak dengar. Music tu sebenarnya music background je. Okay, so basically what I'm going to show here is basically this is some sort of as I mentioned, teaser on the microRNA analysis. So first, what to do once you identify the microRNA of interest. So you have your microRNA of interest, and then what you can do later is to predict the target gene of the particular microRNA. Okay, so these basically are the list of the algorithm or tools to identify microRNAs and their target. Okay, because we know that in especially in cancer, we want to identify the microRNA as well as to understand how it interact with other genes. Okay, so this is one of the paper that we managed to publish this year. Okay, computational prediction of microRNA 130A in cancer. Okay, so we use different types of combinatorial analysis to identify the target of microRNA, and after that we built the network, okay, in order to identify the targeted potential target of microRNA. And our next step is to validate the identified target gene. So if you are interested to do a gene manipulation study or luciferase assay in order to see the interaction between microRNA and their target gene, okay, you may contact me personally. So we have this project available. Okay. So basically, this is my second project on top of the computational biology analysis on the colorectal cancer microRNA databases. Okay, so second project that we have currently available, okay, this one is going to be offered by Dr. Nur Hazwani. Her expertise is on cancer cell biology. So the title that she is going to propose is Analysis of Multi-TOF Mass Spectrometry Profiling for Discovery of Peptides and Proteins of Hepatocellular Carcinoma Cell Line in response to Caterensis roseus silver nanoparticles. Okay, Caterensis roseus ni nama pokok bunga yang digunakan lambang makna. Kalau siapa-siapa perasan, makna dia menggunakan bunga yang warna merah dengan 5 kelopak. That one is the Caterensis roseus. Okay, so her project or research objective of Dr. Hazwani's project is to identify the peptides and protein of hepatocellular carcinoma cell line in response to Caterensis roseus silver nanoparticle. Second objective is to investigate the role of the identified peptides and protein in carcinogenesis, okay, especially in the hepatocellular carcinoma. Okay, at the end of the project, skills that you'll be able to learn is on the theoretical principles of multi-TOF MS as well as the profiling of multi-TOF MS. Okay, so if you're interested to learn more about this multi-TOF technique profiling, okay, you may consider this project. So if you're interested, again, you may contact Dr. Nur Hazwani at nurhazwani@usm.my. Okay, next project is proposed by Dr. Nurulisa. Her expertise is on molecular biology. Okay, and her proposed title is Establishment of OTUB1 Gene Knockdown in Breast Cancer Cell Line. Okay, so the aim of the study is to first establish breast cancer cell line with OTUB1 gene knockdown. Second is to observe the effect of OTUB1 knockdown on the survival of cancer cells. Third, to unveil the genes that might be affected by OTUB1 knockdown using microarray. Okay, so if this is very interesting project to whom anyone interested in gene therapy. Okay, so this project may serve as a foundation for gene therapy. Okay, so at the end of the project, skills that are expected to be acquired are cell culture techniques as well as molecular techniques such as cloning and real-time PCR. Okay, so if you're interested to work with OTUB1 gene knockdown, okay, you may contact Dr. Nurulisa at nurulisa@usm.my to discuss more. Okay, so next, two projects proposed by Associate Professor Dr. Shahrul Bariah Tahul Hamid, the expertise in chemical pathology. Okay, two selection of project that you may consider. Okay, first one is on the gene polymorphism and association with cardiovascular disease. The aim is to identify genes that increase risk of cardiovascular disease. Okay. Second one is on herbal therapies in cancer modulation with the aim to identify molecules that could modulate cancer progressions. Okay, so two projects, one on the non-communicable diseases and the second one is on cancer. Skills that are expected to be acquired. Okay, first one, scientific writing for journal publication. Okay, so at the end of the research, you'll be able to produce a paper, publication, research article. Okay, cancer cell culture technique, PCR technique. Okay, so these are the skills that expected to be acquired at the end of the research project. All right, so next we have a project proposed by oral pathologist, okay, Dr. Nawar Radia. Her title of research, Analysis of Abrupt V600E Mutation in Amiloblastoma. Okay, the general objective as listed here, to explore the protein expression of BRAF V600E mutation in amyloblastoma using immunohistochemistry. And a specific objective is to identify the prevalence of BRAF V600E mutation in maxillary and mandibular amyloblastoma in northern Malaysian population. Okay. Second objective is to identify the clinical pathological correlations of amyloblastoma and the expression of mutated BRAF V600E protein. Okay, so I was informed that this project, they already received human ethic approval. Okay, so the project is ready. So if let's say you're interested to work with, to learn more about this Amiloblastoma, okay, if your interest is on Amiloblastoma, you may contact Dr. Nawal to discuss more in details. Okay, so since the human ethic approval is already obtained, you may start the project immediately. Okay. So next project proposed by Dr. Anis Farhan. Her expertise is aesthetics. Okay, so the title of the project proposed growth prediction method using cervical vertebral maturation, CVM, accuracy and reliability of 3 different CVM methods. Okay, so the aim is to investigate the reliability and accuracy of 3 different CVM assessment methods. Okay, so Dr. Anis Farhan is expert in orthodontics. Okay, so if you're interested to work with this project, approach her personally at anisfarhan@usm.my. Okay, second project proposed by Dr. Anis Farhan as well, digital image quality assessment of orthopentomogram and lateral cephalogram, comparative study between expert, radiologist, executor, radiographer, and end user, dental specialist. Okay, so this project is designed to compare and evaluate the diagnostic image quality of orthopentomogram and lateral cephalogram between expert, executor, and end user. Okay, so if you come from a dentistry background, okay, or if let's say you want to know more about digital, if you have a special interest in digital image quality assessment type of research project, okay, you may consider this project to be as what you may consider this project, okay, as part of the TMR medical research program. Okay. So Dr. Anis Farhan can be contacted at anisfarhan@usm.my. Okay, so so those are the example of research projects that are available, okay, currently available. Okay, so if you are interested with any of the project, okay, you may contact the lecturer personally. Okay, and if you are lucky, you may start your project much earlier than anyone else. Okay, so however, if your research interest is not listed in the currently available research project, don't be sad. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, you may approach our academician, our researcher individually to cater your research interest in order to um, um, fulfill the requirement for Master of Science Medical Research program. Okay. All right. Okay. Before I move to student achievement, I would like to highlight that at the end of this program, okay, for the medical research, all of our candidates, of course, we have attend all the taught courses. So you're all candidate or well versed with fundamental as well as on the theoretical aspect of clinical and medical sciences. And we hope that with this 20 credit unit component, you're able to integrate all those information into the research activities. Okay, so I'm going to share some of our student achievements. Okay, so at the end of TMR 507, you'll be able to produce, a dissertation. Okay, so for the 20 credit unit thought courses, you'll be assessed based on the assignment, based on presentation, seminar, and at the end of the semester, you have to sit for the final exam. For TMR 507 research component, 20 credit unit, your credibility, your knowledge and everything will be assessed from your dissertation, okay, as well as viva session. Okay, so you have to sit for viva session and produce dissertation. So this is basically some of the example of dissertation produced by our previous students. Okay, this one from my student Nabil Izati. She came from medical degree background. Okay, and surprisingly managed to work in the lab working with cell culture, handling A549, the lung cancer cell line, and then do cloning and so on. Yeah, I'm very surprised with her credibility, her passion, okay, from medical degree background to molecular biology. Okay, very interesting to see this kind of student from different background come together. Okay, Radiatul Akma, she is working on nanoparticles. Okay, and we also have Muzammil on the microbiology project. Okay, and some of our students also managed to produce a research article. This is just example. Okay, my previous student published in Genetic Technology 2016, and then we have the Nurulisa student published in MJMHS in 2019 last year, and we also have previous student Muhammad Khairi produced 2017. Okay, so basically this is just an example. If you manage to choose what do you call the project wisely, okay, you may able to produce research article, okay, publication at the end of the your study. Okay, so it will be an extra bonus point, okay, on top of dissertation. All right, so again, I would like to highlight over here my email address. Okay, so if let's say you are interested to work with me, to work under my supervision, you may contact me at sitirazila@usm.my. Okay, but you may also contact me, okay, if to discuss or to ask for my help in order to get what do you call your potential supervisor. Okay, so jangan takut, jangan segan kalau ada apa-apa topik ataupun research area yang berminat, okay, boleh jumpa dan discuss dengan saya lah. Saya boleh tolong cari. I try to match you with your potential supervisor to fit in with your research interest. Okay, so tak semestinya kontak saya hanya untuk berbincang mengenai tajuk yang saya propose saja. Okay, so even though my research interest is on this regulation of RNAs in cancer, targeted therapy in cancer, you may contact me to discuss about any other project as well, or you may contact me to ask for help, okay, to find a supervisor. Okay, because as I mentioned earlier, okay, this 20 credit unit is very important, okay, for you to graduate. You may get A to all of your taught courses, taught module, okay, but if you fail TMR 507, you'll not be able to graduate. All right, so that one is very, very important, bear in mind. But however, on top of that, bear in mind that 1 year program is definitely is not enough for you to acquire advanced research skill. Okay, so we couldn't manage to give you to guarantee that you'll be able to get what do you call again advanced research skills. Okay, we cannot promise to give you advanced research activities, okay, because this is a very limited time. 1 year is quite limited, but at the end of the TMR 507, at the end of the project, at the end of Viva, after submission of your dissertation, we do hope that you gain the confidence, okay, you get the confidence, you become passionate to work in this biomedical and clinical sciences research area. Okay, so that is one important critical point that we would like to highlight, because once you are confident and passionate, okay, you can work in any laboratory. Okay, so that one is very, very important to acquire the confidence skills in the lab. Okay, how to work together with your lab mates, how to work together with your seniors, okay, because that's very important. Okay, in any laboratory, you need to be you need to be independent, okay, to work in the lab. All right, so basically that's the end of the what they call the sharing on the research opportunity in IPPT. Okay, so next session will be on the session with alumni. Okay, we're going to share some of the our alumni experiences. Okay, but to start with the session with alumni, I also would like to highlight that I am actually the one of the alumni for this Master of Science Medical Research program. Okay, I graduated 2008. All right, so why I choose DMR 50? Why I choose Master of Science Medical degree is that at that time I was very sure that I want to go for a PhD. So I don't want to waste more time to do master. Okay, so that is why I registered as a student, a Master of Science Medical Research, because I'm pretty sure that I want to complete to get master degree within 1 year and then go for PhD. So that's why I enrolled in these courses. So I dedicated 1 year of my life, okay, to focus on to attend class, to sit for examination, and then to do research at the same time. It was very, I can say that it's quite hectic because the timetable schedule is very tight. Okay, you have to sit, you have to juggle between class, okay, get ready for the examination, and on top of that, you have to do prepare proposal, okay, proposal defense. So you have to prepare a budget for your research, and after that you have to go to the lab and do research, write up your dissertation, prepare for viva. Okay, so that's 1 year, but I can say that 1 year of mix of everything. Okay, all the you'll be able to learn a lot of things. Okay, so this is, and I am happy, and I have to say that I was very happy, and I did what you call, the choice that I made was I'm happy with the choice that I made. Okay, so that's what I want to share as an alumni. Okay, so now I'm here. Okay, so I was a student before, and now I am the one of the lecturers in these courses. So orang boleh cakap apa, dia boleh dari hati ke hati, sebab saya pernah berada dalam program ni dan sekarang saya mengajar program ni. So lebih mudah. Kalau siapa-siapa kata program ni susah, boleh datang jumpa saya discuss sebab saya pernah berada di tempat anda. Okay, so I pass the session to Dr. Nurulisa. She is going to continue with a session with the rest of alumni. Okay, so again, if you have any question, feel free to contact me. Okay, by email. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Dr. Azila. Dengar kan?
Dengar clear.
Right. Any question from Suguna? Tadi I nampak another participant. Something. Dah hilang dah.
Tak ada dah.
Dah tak ada dah ya? Okay. It's okay. Any question daripada Suguna or maybe Nazari? Lagi.
Saya tak ada, saya dengar je.
Dr. Hazwani to share the file. Nazari, nak cakap apa-apa ke?
Cakap apa?
Tak ada,
teruskan
okay.
dulu.
Tak apa, lepas ni
Nanti.
saya tanya untuk alumni
boleh,
session.
nanti.
Okay.
Habiskan dulu, Doktor.
Okay, right. So mine going to be just a short one, maybe 2-3 minutes of introduction about alumni, and then okay, right. Just 4 slides. Okay. So firstly, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon, morning or afternoon to all participants, fellow colleagues, as well as dear prospective students, maybe Suguna. Thank you for joining us today, and we appreciate that you are sparing your time to hear about our program. I am Nurulisa Zulkifli, and for this slot, I'm going to talk about our Right, next slide, please. So this program actually was approved by USM since 2003, and the very first intake was registered on 2004 and graduated on the following years, 2005. So roughly we have been running for almost 15 years. This is the statistics of the student enrollment data from the 10 current years. So we have the data from 2010 and 2020, and I think it's enough. So usually we have application on about like 10 to 20 applications. Usually, so the applied one from the graph is the blue one. So we have around 10 to 20 application, and usually we issue the offer letter to all applicants that pass the minimum requirement as highlighted by Dr. Nur Hazwani. And usually around 5 to 10 students per academic year. This might be quite a small class, but I can say that this is a good in terms of we can like offer a much more efficient lecture, and also it can encourage discussion and a two-way communication during classes. And I also think that small classes will be an advantageous in the sense of students will have more times for presentations or more slots during the journal club presentations. But there are some of the years that we have quite a number of students. For example, in 2004, where we have, if I'm not mistaken, during this time we have 18 students. So the lecture is quite big, but we maintain a small group discussion and also a journal club presentation by assigning the students into a small group. So from the registered student, managed to complete the program within 1 year. So not much about big issues about withdrawing or failing, usually tak adalah, but there are some small issues, but usually can be sorted, and most of our students will be graduated on time. So since 15 years ago, MSc in Medical Research has roughly graduated over 100 candidates. Many of these graduates are continuing their research career, either by enrolling in PhD program or joining industry as a technical expert or product specialist or product experts or application specialists related to medical and research, and as well as holding a officer position in research institution as well as academia. So today, for this session, we will listen to some of the stories from the alumni. Next slide, please, Dr. Hazwani. Can we move on to the next slide? Okay. Right. Inspirational alumni. So this is among the graduate of MSc of Medical Research. Oops. So this is among the graduates of MSc in Medical Research that continue a PhD study in a renowned international university. So the most current one, we have Benji from batch 2015-2016, who is currently, if I'm not mistaken, is finishing his PhD in infectious disease research in Kumamoto University, Japan. We also have Dr. Siti Razila, our own Dr. Siti Razila, as she mentioned, finishing his, after completing his MSc in Medical Research, she pursued the PhD study in University of Tokyo. Patutnya I nak invite dia share experience, tapi dia dah share awal-awal tadi. But it's okay. But anything you want to add up lagi tak, Razila? Okay.
Setakat ni tak ada, boleh email je lah kita discuss kawan-kawan.
Okay. Discuss kawan-kawan. Okay, so Dr. Razila, pursuing his PhD at the University of Tokyo, Japan. I think completed in 2014 kan, kalau tak silap, and then come back to IPPT in 2014 to serve as a lecturer. And then Dr. Nurisa, yours truly, I have to put myself there. I hope I'm inspiring enough. So I actually just want to share my experience as an alumni for this program. So I actually graduated from USM for bachelor degree in biology and plant biology to molecular biology after took a course of like plant molecular biology, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like fascinated with all this molecular stuff and research and so on. And I decided to go to postgraduate studies, especially in the field of molecular biology. Focusing on medical or clinical health something. But so during that time, for me, I'm quite hesitate to jump from a bachelor top course study directly into full research. So I think that by registering to the program MSc in medical research, I can like strengthen my knowledge and theoretical knowledge and foundation in molecular biology because it offered a course, molecular course like genomics and proteomics, and also to get an insight into medical and clinical information knowledge. And also for me, a plus point of this program is it offers a thought and guide you about all the skills that you need in performing a research. Like if I'm not mistaken, during my time, like they teach you about how to run a research in Malaysia, all about the research agencies, how to get funding for your research. I mean, all that. For me, for the students of Master by Research, they acquired all these skills by experience, which is also good. It depends on your personal interest, but I prefer to be guided. So besides that, they also like teach you how to teach you on the basic research skills like communication skills, presentation skills, leadership skills, statistics, bioinformatics, and so on. So I'm quite glad that I learned all that before embarking to PhD, to full research PhD studies. So I feel confident enough to further my study in PhD. So I enrolled into the PhD program in University of Liverpool, UK on 2008 and come back here on 2012. And then now here I am. I am currently a senior lecturer in Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, University Science Malaysia. So that's my inspiring story. I hope you are inspired. Right, so next slide. And then apart from these graduates from so-called like international university, we have many graduates. In fact, more than 50% of our graduates are continuing their PhD studies in universities all across Malaysia. For example, we have Khairi and Wahida, who are currently the PhD candidate in USM. And we also have Muzammil. Just now Dr. Razila pun sebut nama Muzammil. Who is currently a research officer in University Science Malaysia. So these students, these are just 4 from 100, so we don't have many times to like share the story from all the alumni. So these 4 is very delighted to share their stories about their experience in MSc in medical research. I've compiled their stories into a video session. So I think can we just hear it, the video? Anything to add before the video is displayed? Maybe Nazari? What is your experience?
Ya, doktor. tak prepare and tak apalah.
Tak
Actually
apa.
sama macam doktor cakap sebenarnya, Dr. Nurulisa and Dr. Siti Razila. Dia good untuk preparation for PhD lah. Dan jump course, macam saya pun jump course. So dia helping sebab macam Dr. Saiful cakap, IPPT, MD, dia cover all integrated of health and medical field kan. So TMR ni dia cover all medical field. So TMR kita belajar immune, vaksin, apa lagi, proteomic kita cover semua kan, doktor cover semua. So at least kita ada basic knowledge. Hello? Line slow sikit doktor. So macam TMR ni di cover semua field. So kita boleh dapat basic information on all field before student nak sambung PhD. Macam certain doktor cakap untuk produce medical research person, dia kena ada knowledge, all the knowledge, so dia can grab basic knowledge untuk produce device, drug, macam tu lah. So untuk planning, so at least kita ada basic before kita cari expert untuk each field. So before that kita ada basic, so kita boleh relate dulu sebelum kita collaborate with other person. So kita tahu siapa kita nak collaborate with our basic knowledge.
So do you plan untuk sambung Nazari? What would be your next plan?
Saya nak sambung kot.
That's good.
Sebab macam kita dah sambung macam ni, saya dah sambung macam ni. Kalau tak sambung dia macam belajar basic. So kalau left a few year, basic tu akan slowly hilang lah. So better proceed terus.
Nazari mungkin boleh share background sebelum join medical research program?
Saya applied biology, agrobiology. So related dengan course sekarang macam 20%, 30% saja. Basic genetic, proteomic sangat basic. So macam semua kena belajar new subject, new things tu belajar. So first time sikit struggle lah, tapi boleh lah. Boleh catch up lah slow.
So far macam just nak tahu your punya honest punya experience. Did you really enjoy with all the contents dalam apa kita punya modul?
Content memang interesting, cuma as a student lah nak catch up semua tak boleh lah, tak sempat. Tapi basic semua content memang okay lah. Macam most lecturer akan bagi latest technologies, latest research field. So macam Dr. Zainuddin, dia memang fokus dekat medical device, dekat gut macro. So dia kata itu adalah salah satu untuk proceed dekat personalized medicine. Macam tu lah Dr. Zainuddin macam ada banyak info. Lagi macam Malditov, lepas tu vaksin, latest vaksin, gene therapy. Subjek tu memang kita orang macam menarik, cuma nak catch up semua tak sempat lah.
Yang tu dia punya challenges lah, being a postgraduate student kan. Okay, thank you Nazari.
Okay.
So now I am sharing with you video tentang alumni kita lah, macam yang mentioned by Dr. Nurulisa just now. Boleh nampak ke?
Assalamualaikum and hi. I'm Khairi. a graduate with Master of Science, Medical Research from Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, University Science Asia, Penang, in the year 2014. What I can say about this program is it's a really good and wonderful program in the sense of how well the program is constructed and conducted, where it will good integration between fundamental knowledge of medical sciences, medical research, and on practical skills.
Assalamualaikum and I'm graduated from Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, Science Malaysia, in Master of Science Medical Research. In this program, I learned about the latest experimental designs and molecular techniques, biology of complex and scenario techniques and treatment of disease.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And this is Muhammad. I attend in University Abidin, Terengganu. I was graduated of Master of Science in Medical Research from Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, USM Pulau Pinang. So overall, I had a very remarkable journey as a mixed postgraduate student at UMD from 2017 to 2018. In the first semester, the course outline focused on the genomic, proteomic, and pathology in clinical and medical research, while soft skills and techniques of research also introduced. In the same time, we initiate our research project that has been conducted in the well-equipped laboratory at UMD. In the second semester, the subjects were more focused on clinical techniques, therapeutic products and practices, and management of the research and medical laboratory, while completing the research project and dissertation initiated from the previous semester. In brief, this program lasts for 2 semesters. The first semester, the teaching will be focused on fundamental subjects such as genomics, proteomics, bioinformatics, biostatistics, technique in pathology, professionalism, and ethics in medical research. Meanwhile, in the second semester, the students will be introduced to more advanced subjects and cutting-edge technological aspects, such as more advanced experimental design and research skills in medical and clinical research. The fourth IR element, such as gene editing technology, the latest therapeutic techniques and technology in medical treatment and prevention, such as immunotherapy and vaccines, and then quality management and standard, ISO, and many more. Along the course, the students will also have a great chance to conduct their own research and writing up their thesis at the end of the course.
I gained a lot of knowledge in bioinformatics, genomics, proteomics, biology, ethical considerations in research, statistics, as well as writing and oral presentation techniques.
But from the courses, express scientific education. This program also provides courses that are specifically designed to enhance skills in professional research areas such as statistics, patient skills, and writing, leadership, teamwork, as well as presentation skills.
Course-wise, I registered in medical research and I found the course fitted with my academic and job background. The course is quite challenging, but I gained a lot of skill and knowledge and also update sufficient to my previous.
I would say that enrolling in this program has provided me a clear direction and a solid ground for my studies. The program provides a theoretical background, practical experience of 1 year research project, a broad insight into the current medical research scenario, and available research skill knowledge, and also network and contact with researchers. The program also gives me opportunity to familiarize myself with research environments at PSN. Throughout the studies, I have established contacts with researchers and students, preparing the necessary network for my PhD studies and career in the field.
Due to the location wise, I'm being located a bit distant from the main campus, but the facility in Amdi is sufficiently good. The academician and management of Amdi set a very supportive and engaging environment for students, and we have no problem in gaining scientific resources in our study and research. The lecturers were wonderfully approachable and always willing to help us in our academic research and personal matters.
Something you should know about this program is you will learn from lecturers and teachers who are the leading experts in their research area, which means that you will have that expertise at your fingertips. Overall, three words I can describe for this program. It's really wonderful, really rewarding, and extremely interesting. Because of that, this program is really good and suitable for all who have planned to embark their future career in medical and clinical research. So, good luck.
So far, I am delighted and satisfied with my decision to further my study in Master of Science in Medical Research at Amdi, and also delighted with the supportive environment of Amdi. I strongly recommend this course to others, especially my colleagues. Thank you so much.
So stop sharing. So I think that was basically our presentation about the program. So anything tak nak tambah daripada Dr. Siti Razila, Dr. Nurulisa, ada anything? Ataupun daripada kita punya student-student, bakal student ataupun current student, you all berdua je lah yang macam yang jadi yang join kita punya discussion today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Guna, macam mana? Masih rasa okey?
Okay, so far okay.
So far okay. So macam Nazari highlight tadilah, dia punya background mungkin match dalam 30 to 40%, but he managed to do well during our program. Okay. So exam pun tak ada masalah. So dissertation pun dah submit, project dah complete, waiting now for viva session. Okay. So hopefully Suguna, all the presentations that we offer today inspiring enough. Okay. Hopefully give you some sort of motivation, okay, to consider our for your future. Okay, so bear in mind that this is just a 1 year program. Okay, very interesting. You'll be able to graduate within 1 year if you sit if you manage to pass all of the examination as well as the dissertation and viva. Okay, so if you're interested to do PhD, this is a very good platform. Okay, so as maybe I can add another reason why I enroll in this program is that when I graduated with a Bachelor of Science Biotechnology, so my first degree is Bachelor of Science Biotechnology from UPM. So I got a pointer of CGPA less than 3.5, and I wasn't happy with the CGPA. Okay, so that is one of the reason why I enrolled in this program, is that I want to improve my CGPA. So I managed to do that. So I did. 1 year, I dedicate 1 year of my life. Okay, so did nothing except focus on research. My brain is working mostly thinking about the lecture notes about research and so on. So I managed to get 3.5 and above, and I think that is good enough. Okay, it gave me some sort of confidence to apply for PhD abroad. Okay, so if let's say the participant or listener out there, if you're still what do you call considering, okay, to enroll in any Master of Science program, if your aim is to do PhD, this is one of the program that you may consider, okay, because we're going to offer you a master degree after 1 year of 1 year of study. Okay, so again, if you have any question, please feel free to email us, okay, individually. Jangan takut, jangan segan. Boleh, kalau tak nak bahasa Inggeris, bahasa Melayu secara relax macam ni pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, so boleh email, dan macam saya cakap tadi, kalau untuk research project tak ada masalah, tak boleh email saya untuk cari potential supervisor, tak se-messenger untuk semata-mata untuk discuss berkenaan dengan projek yang berkaitan dengan saya sajalah. Okay, so tak ada masalah. We do our best to match you with whatever research project that are available in IPPT. Okay?
Yeah.
So Dr. Hazwani?
Yeah, so I think, yeah, for me, just thank you for, thank you for all the presentation. And then we hope that we are going to get more candidates. And then ada juga benda penting yang nak highlight due to the pandemic COVID, so that most of kita punya teaching and learning activities will be converted into online. Okay, so at this moment kita sentiasa menunggu update daripada pihak atasan dari segi macam mana kita nak buat, tapi I think currently kita dah already decided sehingga 7 hari bulan 12 2020, okay, 7 December, everything will be online. Okay, even registration pun akan jadi online and semua online. And then selepas 7 December tu we will keep you updated if there is any changes. If you have to come back, to have all the face-to-face punya teaching and learning activities, kita akan keep you updated. Right? So itu saja. Ada apa-apa lagi nak tambah? Dr. Nurlisa nak tambah apa-apa? Kalau tak ada apa-apa, so mungkin kita boleh probably can just end the session over here. Okay. This session will be recorded and will be shared dalam kita punya Amdi Facebook. Okay, so feel free untuk tonton dan juga untuk share lah dengan your colleague. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Terima kasih Suguna, terima kasih Nazari.
Terima kasih Nazari, Suguna.
Thank you,
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay. So bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.